Good morning, folks. It's 7:46 a.m. It's early. On the 10th month, 21st day, 2025. A good year to stay alive in 2025. And to do that, you're going to have to stay inside. And there'll be some times here in the South Island of New Zealand where, oh my, situation very, very deadly. And these are wind gusts, and sustained winds are going to also be quite high in some of these places. And I've narrowed down an area of passage that I'll show you. And this is really when the highest winds. I'd actually expect this to be fairly accurate, right? Because I looked at where the EMF was pinning things, and it seems really, really bad. So that's this time here is about about 7 o'clock at night on Thursday. You will have had a hammering day of wind, and we're going to go through that now. Who's in danger the most today is over here, and oh my God, the surf is really up. Coastlines of Australia. So I'm going to run through some of this now, as to you can see the thunderstorms that you're expected to have while inland. And I expect them to die out when they hit this corridor around here. It's kind of this motion I'm making here. And I don't see too much going well above that from this initial event here over the next few days. After the 23rd and 24th, I'm expecting some action inland. But for this storm here, it's got to pin it to take it across to us, to New Zealand. And as we head into it'll be about 20 hours from now, you'll be getting well smacked in Tassie, right? And all across the entire Bass Strait as well. It'll be a no-go zone, so don't be planning on making that crossing today. You wait this out. Yeah, it's always time to wait sometimes. And so these thunderstorms are going to be quite active. They're going to be very, very rumbly, because there's a lot of cold air mixing with warm, moist air from the tropics. From the tropics. I'm going to try to keep an even keel, even though I'm very animated today. Let me turn some of that off. The big bad wolf is coming to town. The caravan bomb falling out all on your town. Falling down, the wind coming down. Yeah, I don't want to see you guys out there walking around. You know what happens to a street sign when it blows off? Because, infrastructure's in such a great state, while they're giving millions and billions of dollars over there to drop bombs other places, and buy new planes and have their cocaine parties other places, bastards. Yeah, with your kids' future, well, those signs whipping around could cut off heads. I'm not being scared of porn in you, I'm just saying, dude, don't be an idiot. There's nothing you need that bad that you can't wait it out. And there's going to be some times the wind's going to be absolutely roaring. You still have time to go get that patio furniture in. If you have any left from the last batch of the winds. Yeah, the winds. Puff the unmagical dragon. Or are they doing magic? We'll never know, because National Worldview has decided, well, they don't need to see that today. But they did show this. Yeah, so we can take down the pits. We can see the scalar square right here over you guys. You see the EMF. Bzz. You see a lot of activity coming from out at sea here, like you have a naval task group. Right about here, you see how these other lines and things and activity. Are they having a war game? Is there electronic warfare? Are there ships like this off your coast, like this Chinese one that we spotted off Australia at one point? Yeah, there's a lot of ships that can emit things. Yeah, these ones are the big ones. It's up on these con towers. You'll see huge phased arrays. Phased arrays controlling the weather. So I thought you might have a carrier group or something out there practicing or enjoying what they do militarily. I just know what effect EMF has on the clouds. You could just even Google that. Chinese spy ships, electronic warfare. And you'll come up with all sorts of stuff. Some of the more famous ones are often seen in Fiji, Natty, Suva Bay. It's easy to go see these things, right? It's like, since when there's a con tower, it would have to be, let me see if and this was spotted near, you can send this shit. with these big towers on them, man. Just like big, like the telephone ones, but they're not telephones on those. These are antennas. That's a like a laser shooting thing right there too, right? Gatling guns, big radar domes. You see somebody walking around. He's a King Fryer over there. I don't even know what that is. Probably something for location. This one here. What in the hell is that? Or is that they are admitting they were just a pawn in a big game that they have no vested interest in? And we're all in cattle class. Yeah, that's what I think. We're all in cattle class. What a fucking shame. Yeah, I look through stuff like this a lot, and you're going to do the same thing. Yeah, I picked up that harp ship that one time as well. Yeah, probably even in my documents here. Yeah, if I just look up a harp. And you see stuff like this. And yeah, that is one of my shots floating about. When you got stuff like that, this is the collector antenna, which also could be energized and then shut off. You got a tower here. There's a small super dart set up on the deck. You see these straight lines here? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's 8 going across and 4 in the back. I've had quite the look at one of these ships. But we won't take you through all of it. And I have another view of it here that I found when I went looking around. So you can see that other array. This is the interesting site with this array here. Very interesting. Bzzz, getting fried Chinese style. Fried rice. Yes. Ooh, how would you like to run up on these while you're in town? Hi. If you see those at a protest, you better be worried. Those are 6G transmitters and used for controlling drones. And, well, they can pulse things that can actually scientifically been proven to control your mind. Even the deaf thing to be able to say scientifically. Like somebody had the daft idea to research that. Well, I got a new car there, huh? The big fryers on that one. That's the Yon class of ship that's out there. So you ain't gonna hide things just by not putting it in asshole worldview out there today. I got better images than that, much better images than that. Oh, I can go up here and look. Right, I'll go up here and say that whole area outside the Philippines we're concerned about. Maybe they're doing some geo there they want to hide. Maybe there's something going on, or maybe misinformation is the order of the day, and it sells last-minute panic, which fills the grocery stores up with people that buy a bunch of crap that could have gone 24 hours without. Yeah, this is going to be a badger of a week for you guys. And this over here is coming into the daytime hours of the 27th. But I'm thinking it's going to hit more along the 26th, so I'll have to look. As we get closer to the day, the EMS is going to really decide it all. Right, this is as far as I'm going to take you. Whammo into the time machine we go. Perth was a rock and soccer robots yesterday, that's for sure. Right in the chin. And it's Adelaide's turn now. Get a bit of thunder and lightning coming. That first batch ain't the batch. And this is the one that's going to be really electro, and that's going to come in through your overnight hours a bit. In 9 o'clock tonight. It's really going to mess with your television watches. So you get your deck of cards, have you something to do. Put on the lights, make a love, kissy, There's stuff to do in the dark that you can't do in the daylight. Like, you don't see each other, some of you. 'Cause I don't look good naked anymore. I'm a chem bomb done facts fucker. Is tell the truth like none before. Right, heading across the sea. The whammos again. It's such a bad time. The winds to be expected. Of course, Tassie, thank goodness, wasn't as bad. This is going to be a wicked storm. Wicked storms. And that's will be about 4:20 my time. Tomorrow. You got a little bit of time. Get ready for this one. In between the bets you've already got, make good use of your time. This is pretty much not going to be just a South Island event, because as it crushes cooks, because it doesn't have a natural flow that allows you to crush. You can kind of see that here. If I do this here, you see how they black cooks. Okay, so it cooks is black. There's no flow across that would create a natural low. See the EMF sweep here? See the scalar here? See the bzzz, going that nice straight line, straight that right on out. Yeah, straighten your right out, park a ship off your coast, which I mapped out earlier. Saw that on Zoom Earth. Well, it's a full-on condensates over the tech. I mean, fried condensates right here. Yeah, yes, you can have like the fried skies. Would you like a side of fried skies? No, we do not. I bet your ears are wrong with fibromyalgia people. You feeling a little nerve trigger? Anybody get no eye twitches and things like that? Because EMF like that can cause misfirings of nerves. Just like misfire wire can cause a car to fire the wrong cylinder. Yeah, fire in the sky, bzz, 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 Kimbrums on the water, boom, boom, plumes, pow, boom, 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 plume, boom. Look at this big weight coming out here. That's a big ship right underneath where I'm pointing is to do that one. And that forces flow. Keeps this line separate from that line so that they mix right here. Right here. Well, it'll be something to guide it right along, which I can't really, right there. There it is. I'm looking for a ship signature where these two things meet, and that's it right there. See it? Where that number 10 looking thing in the sky of unnatural, that's a ship. Whether it's up in the high altitude of the atmosphere or whether it's on the ocean deck, I cannot determine. But to do that effect you saw here, you gotta be on the ocean deck. Look at all the Kimbrums it took. Hang on just a moment. I'm gonna humor myself. Yeah, it's this is how we roll. We prove geoengineering by not just looking at this and saying there's a beam. Now go show me the condensates and the beam itself. I'll go on other sites and show you that. That looks like a boogeyman. Well, it is the Halloween season. The Kimbramaline season. Kimbramaline. That's upper atmosphere. This is, like I call it, prep like a wake. Hyper beam. So we got a pulse here. Secondary pulse here. And coordinating this thing. We coordinate where it's beaming up, over. It's here. You got to sit there. I have 100% no doubt about it. See it? See what it does? See what it does? Are they landing on there? Right? They see a chemtrail going in like a jet plane in the middle of the ocean. Come on, there's a platform for it to land on. Or have you never used your head before? Is it just a hat wreck? Look at that crap there. No, just chem bomb these people, why don't you? Just look at the ocean here. Look at that. It's a chem bomb. Chem bomb bomb bomb. Yes, and the chemtrails, ain't they cute tards? My God, full of shit, a kiss fills your head with shit, I think, every day. Oh, look, a false skylash over here off of this island. Streamer and knife. Streamer and knife. Look at how these clouds just stay in place. They ain't blowing with the wind. Now that's EMF interference pattern. Yeah, nucleated condensates of preformed nanoparticles. Perturbations. Atmospheric perturbations, infrasonic undulations. The chem bomb is in the room with you right now. There's not a place in this world that ain't falling out. We had so much chem over us, we was glowing purple before sunset. The other night here, people always so beautiful, and I'm like, man, this is what it looks like when the gas chamber comes to you. What is this sky brought to you by Zyklon B? You never know what we're going to see. Look at this wake here. Right about here. I noticed this morning. Very early. Look, we're looking right here. You see them condensates? They only can do that with microwaves. And there ain't no airport there. They ain't in the middle of a field. We don't have a solar flare that lasts all the time. You know, you can't use that excuse on me every day. It's like having a kid calling you to sleep into somebody's house and coming home drunk every time. You get the ship is right here. Keep your eyes right here. You see the V? It's about the best I can zoom while I'm in motion. Because, you know, take a sip on the potion after you will motion. Look at that. That's EMF. 100%. There's a ship located there. You can even see it's beaming toward the coast. It ain't always done with the next reds on shores, and that's international waters. What are you going to do about that if you ban it in your country? At what point, whatever has just done this has aidness not attacked the country of Australia here? This shit is exactly there. Hey, Trump, if you ever really want to bush chemtrails, give me a call. I love my country. I'll be happy to help clear the skies for you. I'll be happy, just like I volunteered to help Malcolm Roberts. But, they don't want my fucking help. They don't like how I present things. Why? Because I'm showing you the truth, and they're not using their executive privileges to prove it for us. Yeah, you guys are just a bunch of damn hopiomatics that think somebody else is ever going to cut your line for you. Nah, they'll convince you to pay defense for Tom Sawyer kind of a thing. Boom, look at that blast coming from the south. That's some of your cold air coming up. I had a really good shot of the cold air coming from off the coast of New Zealand. It's bringing some fog with it. I'm expecting fog. Right here, as this is coming up under here, behind here, I'm expecting fog. Absolutely am. But what is the fog condensated on? A bunch of fallout crap from a bunch of chemicals that are from a proposed tested program that is going on actively over the top of us for decades and decades now. Look at that pulse wave there. That ain't your morning glory. Boom went the EMF waveform across the top. You pinning this flow to the north, making sure this can't freely come across the bight inland, and then in a gentle, refreshing way, nurture the land with beautiful, blessed water. And it's not the water's fault how it's being used. I love water, man. Look how square that is. If it was a tire doing that, it'd be making a clunking noise. Ka-dunk, 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 ka-dunk. Boy, what a badonka-donk sky. Very hilarious looking, isn't it? They're very swasticular. Very swasticular. Yep. What a bunch of schmucks believing a bunch of crap. Yeah. And if you don't like it, I didn't tag you in here. I don't share my work anywhere because then I get taken offline, they say, for spreading misinformation. I never spread it. Yeah, I didn't do it. Somebody asked about that. Oh, that's a great big old fucking square over here over your house, Jeff. That's not fucking cool. Ears ringing much? Look at the fryer here right across the tip. They said this wind over here has been absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrible. Look at this. Let me give you squigs on. This gives you a chance to screenshot something. Maybe you'll use it for something. You see that pulsation here? Oops. I didn't expect that to do that. Right there. That's the fryer, man. You wonder why it's so... And you think that waveforms ain't adding to the height of waves out here in the water? You're gravely mistaken. Because that can work that way, too. Hey, look at that, huh? Da-da-da-da-da. Put a big waveform up here, so it has to pin on that line. So for the next day or so, this is going to get quite rough down in here with the winds. It's all been aimed to go that way. You see the lines just funneling it in. Look. Funneling it in. Do-do, funnel it in. Waveform, waveform, waveform. So everything coming up here hits the channel. And then it hits a great big wall of resistance from EMF waveforms bouncing like up and down. And up and down. And things that run into it can't get past it as easily. And when you get stuff like this, looking like you got a ship out here. Something is geoengineering your skies. We'll just call that what we see here. EMF signatures converging on a point that's not a land-based thing. Right? Simulating a mountain range out to sea. Yeah, the standing roll cloud. That one there's moving at the edge, so that can happen naturally as air temperature changes could cause you a little bit of a vortex fold. I'm expecting some fog, so don't be blowing up my mess. You're going, it's a foggy. And look, this is not to show the Ten Commandments, but I have a feeling some of that shit's been showing off. I'm looking at this here, it looks like a wheat chicks. But they got a big devices down here I showed you the other day. Yeah, that's super darn. Yep, chemical skies, getting fried, Australia style, New Zealand style. Man, that ain't no kind of style to have. It's just saying. So your rain totals now over this particular event is low. Thank God. If I take it to the whole thing, it ain't like particularly low. But if I took you all the way over here, you go, oh my God, not again. So it's really like two events common. Let's get those terrible numbers. Those are definitely terrible totals. So really, we'll just concern ourselves in the next few days. Let's get through this, and then we'll let you know what else is coming. See, two events. That there is actually coming right about here. I think it was long, tall Sally come to town. Yeah, see, it's only two events. See, but it all adds up to a terribleness. And if we keep letting geoengineering occur, it's our fault. I'm just checking we're running. Running like a runge, mate. Running like the runge. Can I have a quick look at Zoomer? Oh, my. And look at some of these storms. Yeah, I've been watching this one here that's coming up toward the Philippines. It looks like it should ride right about through here. See this haze line here? So it looks like she's headed towards either towards Manila or straight in towards Taipei. So I'm watching her very closely. The day-night Terminator line. The Terminator. Yeah, sunset's coming for you guys over here. There it is over there. It has crossed the line. Yeah, until God, look at all these chemtrails here, Best Street. Look at that. Isn't that horrendous? And it's falling out and everybody's breathing in. Do you think that D-Wave computer cares about some of the rich people doing this morning? They just buy a new clone. They clone a freaking kidney. Oh, wait a minute. They got you to register all your DNA. Use a menu now. What do you call that, the medical menu? Look at this bombs off the coast of Forster in Newcastle. How many directions of the wind did they have there? It's all forced weather. I'm showing you this area for a reason. I'm hoping somebody's going to make the connections, is going to see what I see. That I don't have to point it out one day that when I look at below deck down there's a ship. It's right about here. And watch that area, what comes out of it. Okay, we're going to zoom back a bit and see what happens from that spot. And I think it aim up in the atmosphere and beam 100 miles away into a perfect circle, so you'll think it's directly under that, and it's not. Watch that low deck. Low deck don't lie. Yeah, going down there on the hard deck. It's down on the ocean level, and it looks different, slightly different. That shadows from the light's not getting through all those layers of clouds as much. Turns it brown, but you see that boom boom on that line there? If I'm lucky, I can really get you guys. Yeah, I figured something out. They're in trouble now, because I'll take you way back now. This is like the day before in the same spot. Yeah, I could look at your houses. Yeah, really give you some in-depth things now. Yeah, they forced me to have to learn a new app. Yeah, it's like a double vortex here. You got one here and one here. I can move it faster to pick up on it. Yeah, I told you I'll learn to use this one. And then the Bureau of Marine site can just get fired. Geez, that big vag just point right at you there. Or is that what it is? Scum panties with the pubes? I don't know. Pre-pubed pigs. I thought that was a bad thing. My gosh, things have changed. Good is bad, bad is good. Shamar, shamar, shamar. No more, no more. We the system's horror. One of these days I'm going to turn on this website and I'm going to see a single chemtrail. And I will cry. We did it. We did it. We are here. We are here. We did it. So everybody look up and smile and take another family picture. Batten down the hatches. She's going to roll through fist. You only get about 36 hours of it hanging around you. I didn't do you justice over here to show you how fast this is coming through. It ain't going to take long. Boom. But don't all worry. They know you're going to be outside this weekend. They know. They know. I'll give you your weekend update a little later today, okay? Big love, people. Stay safe out of those winds, okay? And come back and talk to me and tell me what it was like, because we all love to hear that. I'm going to do a trading track today about songs you will put on to make love to, because what's better than love? It's what the world needs now, isn't it? Love, sweet love. So I hear. Be the big love, be the change. Peace out.